Kirk Junge here from LearningGolf.tv. That's me on the left in the blue shirt, and I'm going to be demonstrating my setup for impact golf swing compared to the Moe Norman golf swing. I'm getting a lot of questions about my setup for impact swing, if it's the same as the Moe Norman golf swing. The answer is no. There are a lot of differences, and that's what I'm going to show you here. And I think the setup for impact is very much easier to learn than the swing of Moe Norman. And I'll show you why. Basically, you can see at the setup position that my hands are much closer to my legs than those of Moe. And Moe's swing is taught basically that you need to stand 26 inches away from the ball with the 6-iron. You can see Moe's bent quite a bit forward from the hips, much more than I am. If you put the swings into motion, you can see I've marked the swing plane or setup plane with the club. And that's one of the similarities, is the hand and arm orientation to the club is very similar. You can see Moe's right arm, though, is much more outstretched than mine is. So if you zoom in here, you can see my right arm is a bit more bent at the elbow, and that's something that I like. I think it's easier for most people to swing the club that way. Moe Norman was left-handed, so he was much more left side controlling than a right-handed golfer like me. I think it's an advantage to have the elbow bent and stand closer to the ball, and you'll see a couple other. What that does is the standing closer to the ball. If I put my swing in motion, you can see I take it back along the plane, slightly underneath. At the top, you can see it's right on plane, and my spine angle has remained constant. And then you'll see as I come down how my head stays in the circle. It's very much staying in position, which means my spine is staying in position as well. So I'm just rotating around my spine, and that's part of the setup for impact golf swing, that we want to maintain the level. Whereas with the Moe Norman golf swing, what they're having you do is basically you need to hit into the left knee, needs to be bent, which causes a drop into the ball. So you can see the drop of the head, you can see it moving down closer to the ball, and you can also notice that his right foot remains flat, and that's also what is taught, basically to keep the heel down and the right foot flat through impact. If you look at my heel coming into impact there, you can see it's already starting to come up. This is an iron shot. You can see I'm on exactly the same plane at impact also, so same plane setup and impact. That's very similar as to what Moe's doing. You can see as Moe comes up, look how his right foot is staying flat on the ground. So he's not using the ground at all in the swing, at least not, it's not visible. It's a very dead swing as far as that's concerned, using the ground, where you can see my foot pushing up so the hips can turn, and you can see the head still stays in position. Moe's foot is going to come up much later. So I'm teaching with setup for impact a much more active legs. You can hit into a straight left leg as opposed to the bent leg of Moe's, and I found this is much easier for people to learn coming in, especially from conventional golf. It has absolutely no effect, as many have thought. So as long as you maintain spine angle, if the left leg straightens into impact, that has no effect on the ball striking. You can see that your distance from the ball remains the same. That's not pulling you up or anything like that. It's actually keeping you at the same level. Moe, in order to get his impact, has to move down into the ball, and that's the move, I think, that makes it very difficult for a lot of people to ever become decent at the Moe Norman golf swing. Whereas setup for impact, my goal is to get you going, get you on the golf course, hitting the ball better as quickly as possible. And it also allows you to customize many aspects of the swing to fit yourself, such as grip, distance from the ball, ball position, stance width, and other such factors. This is all in the member section. It's very easy to figure out what you need to do to learn the swing as fast as possible. So I do have a free lesson series available on my website, learninggolf.tv. Please click the subscribe button below and like this video.